Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on the weekly horoscope results for the week of November 17th till November 23rd. So there's not much of the transition which is going to be taking place in this week. The highlight is going to be that Sun will transit to the Scorpio and it will get conjunct with Mars over there. I will make a separate video on that because this transit of Sun is very important. Moon will be making some good combination, some good conjunction. It will be starting off the week being in the Libra, conjunct with the Venus. There will be the new moon which will also happen in the Scorpio, which might be slightly unsettling for those people in whose case you are strongly being ruled by Mercury and going through some very stress causing dasha, because we know that right now Mercury in the transit is very afflicted, and whenever the new moon energy looms over around the domain of the Scorpio, it somehow makes the mind, our emotions slightly stressful. So yes friends, that is what the highlight of this week is. And immediate after this, the next week, after this, Saturn will turn direct. My goodness, I am facing the heat. Saturn Dasha active, Saturn from the Aries being in the 12th, and the Sade Sati impact. So yes, we want Saturn to be direct and I am very earnestly waiting for it. The election result also came from the Bihar, one of the province in India, which to everyone's surprise, the turnaround was very unpredictable. I will just make a video on the international politics, especially which all countries are looking at war next year. We already had our discussion, from the astrology point of view, Chinese astrology point of view, from the numerology point of view as well. So we will just look at briefly. I will just make a video after this. So okay friends, now let's just start our discussion. One kind of thing which I always make it clear before starting the discussion, that it's not a prediction video, because I do not know your natal planetary alignments. I do not know what kind of dashas you are currently going through. Always take these transit video as a planning, that in next week if you have any important thing planned, you are already going through some pressing issue in the life, so that you have to be consciously aware that right now the time is not right to take that big step. Right now time is not very supportive to take risk in this specific area. I always say that if you want more personalized guidance, I am always there. You can book your consultation with me. But if you do not want to go that way, at least following these videos will help you plan your week very consciously. Okay friends, starting first with the Aries rising natives. So for the Aries Lagna friends, the highlight of this week is for marriage point of view, this could be some new proposal coming into you. People who are single awaiting for a matrimonial proposal, the week is very, very supportive. For the Aries Lagna, this week can trigger some very auspicious new development in your life, because moon making a conjunction with the ascendant lord in the 8th house. So that means something positive can trigger during this time. And Jupiter is also exalted right now in the 4th house. Rahu is also very strengthened in the 11th house, and all these are the planets of Rahu can give material success. Venus is your second lord and very strong in the 7th house. So that means from the wealth, from the finance point of view, this week could be very rewarding. When we talk about the vulnerable zone for this week, so for the students friends, Ketu is there in your 5th house. Even the 5th lord will go in the 8th house. So from the students point of view, I'm not seeing very supportive energy. Those who have to write any competitive exam, they also have to work very hard. People who are planning a child and all, so even in the family planning part, the 5th lord now going in the 8th house is a slight vulnerable issue. Health could be a concern, especially the lower body parts and all. So this week is making you slightly vulnerable over there. Keep your anger, your aggression, especially when it is the 8th house Mars. It has more to do with the dormant or repressed kind of anger. So that is where you have to be very attentive, very focused, because it is just going to give you high blood pressure. It is only going to do more harm to you rather than to anyone else. So yes, in that area you have to be careful. But in terms of the wealth, manifestation of the things, matrimonial matters, this is going to be a very rewarding week. Now for the Taurus rising. So friends, for the Taurus rising, friends, in your case, moon will start its journey from your 6th house, being conjunct with your ascendant lord, and it will end the week in your 8th house. So if I were to say, for the marriage, romance point of view, the week is very rewarding. Even from the commercial matters point of view, I am not seeing you vulnerable. It's just like that, friends. In your case, the workplace politics might be a concern. Health needs to be monitored. That is also one area where I'm seeing slight concern. For many people, this might be a yoga of some relocation as well. If this is what you are considering, you are open towards that. So some sort of relocation and gain from the relocation can be foreseen. And at the end of the week, there might be some sort of misunderstanding or kind of argument kind of energy with someone close to you. So yes, friends, this is what the overall highlight of this week is for the Taurus Lagna natives. Anything connected with reinforcing, beautifying, decorating your workplace, or adding some things to ease out your daily schedule and all. So for that point of view, the week is very supportive. Like, even if you get a chance this week, let's say for example, lately Rahu in the 10th house has created some problems at your workplace, but if you want to win over people, if you want to win over your co-workers and colleagues, so just as a token of good gesture and all, as an olive branch from your end, just take some donuts to work for the co-workers, take some sweet something for the co-workers. Venus moon there in the 6th house, it's a good time to win over your competitors or your co-workers, to mend the terms with them. I already mentioned in terms of the marriage, matrimonial proposal, romance, the week is very rewarding. It's just like that, friends. In your case, Mercury is very afflicted in your 7th house. So partner might act very fishy, very suspicious, very probing, very nosy. So that is what you have to deal with. Suddenly partner is asking too many questions and all. So yeah, that is one such area where you have to be cautious, careful. But overall, a supportive week for the Taurus Lagna natives. Now friends, the red zone of this week is for the Gemini. And I'm not seeing the problems tapering down or lowering down even this week as well. It's just like that. It's a planning kind of video. So the way stars are affecting you, influencing you right now, so your health is very much vulnerable right now. Becoming a victim of office politics, or coming in the line of the fire of two groups and all. So that is the kind of energy which is getting generated for you. So in all the matters of the health, your relationship with the co-workers, experimenting with your daily life, or any of the matters of the credit and loans, in all these departments, in all these areas, you have to be very, very careful. So that is the first thing which I want to say. When we talk about the matrimonial matters, because obviously moon is going to be passing from the 7th house as well, but the 7th lord is 8th from it. So the week is creating that energy that it will initially build up a lot of the hopes, a lot of the expectation, and then might fall flat. So slight possibility of that. Along with that, friends, slightly beneficial time for people who are connected with art, entertainment, creativity. You're working as a graphic designer and all. It might be beneficial time. But when we talk about risking too much in the stock market and all, so over there as well you have to be slightly careful. For the students who have to write any competitive exam and all, and people who are studying art and any fashion kind of fields and all, beneficial time for those people. So this is what I can say for the Gemini. Now for the Cancer. So friends, for the Cancer, the week is creating a very, very supportive energy. It's like moon will start the week from the 4th house. it will end the week in your like 6th house, Jupiter exalted in your 1st house, Venus very well dignified in the 4th house. So some auspicious event can happen in this week, high possibility of that. And again friends, when I say the week is good, that means it is supportive, it is good in major avenues of the life. Like this could be the matters of the studies, this could be relationship, matrimonial concern, career, job, business, enhancement of the reputation, feel good factor, important purchases. So for that point of view, overall the week is very supportive. Slight concern that Moon is going to be getting debilitated, getting conjunct with Mars in the 5th house. So it is good for people who are in a consulting role, people who are in a top leadership role. It's just like that the stomach related concern might happen for some of the Cancer Lagna. So give good attention to your digestion and all. Apart from that friends, see the new moon energy will loom over around the matters of the 5th house unless and until you're not going a very bad and worse breakup. Then this could be a troublesome time for you, that it can make you very obsessive about the loss, about the breakup. But in most of the avenues, it's a very rewarding week. That's all what I can say. And when I say rewarding, that means I'm giving you a go ahead. In any area of the life, you want to experiment with something, you want to try new things or take the chance, stars and the omens will support you. Now, friends, when we talk about the Leo rising natives, friends, just a minute, it's too much smoke. I don't want the fire alarm to, yeah. Okay, so when we talk about the Leo Lagna natives, so friends, for the Leo Lagna, the moon will start its week from your 3rd house and it will end the week in your like 5th house. So when we talk about exertion of your authority, initiating and executing important tasks, like if you're working in the sales, media, marketing, you are an influencer, you are connected with the government and all, you work in an advertising agency, PR agency. So overall a very supportive week, especially friends, because your ascendant lord now is going to be transiting from the 4th house, getting conjunct with the planet Mars. So people who are connected with politics, people who are like connected with the real estate or agriculture, farming and all, so a very supportive time. Like I would say stars are actually supporting you big time. I can say that. Slight concern friends, when we talk about the domestic life, so there's too much of the heated energy getting generated in the 4th house, Ketu is already there in your 1st house. So that means that domestic life might be a pain point for few Leo Lagna natives. But overall the week is very rewarding, even like moon's transit from the 5th house. So even for the students and all, people who have to write any competitive exam and all, so overall it's a very supportive week. Like you will be able to like get the support from the people around you for the things which you are trying to do. So you will be very convincing enough during this time, because you know Venus in the 3rd house, being the 10th lord, very well placed. So like you have to put a word out, or you have to apply for any job and something, so you will be able to get things done your way. This is what becomes most important, because for the Leo people it's their ego, it's their prestige which becomes very important. So the stars are aligned this way that you will be able to do things and get things done your way, high possibility of that. In the marriage friends, so the thing is you have Rahu in the 7th house and 7th lord is there in the 8th house. So count your blessing if right now your marriage is not experiencing the flavors of doubt, suspicion, betrayal, problems, confusion. So if you are not dealing with any of these things, just count your blessing. That's all what I can say, because two malefic planets being in such alignment, it's not a very supportive energy. Saving graces with Jupiter, but even Jupiter right now is there in the, like it's in the 12th house, not giving aspect to the 7th house. So yes, marriage is one area and the domestic life is one area where you have to be very careful, very attentive and very patient. Now friends, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so friends, for the Virgo Lagna, as you can see that moon will start its journey from your 2nd house and will end the week in your 4th house. So that in itself means that in terms of the flow of the money, the week is creating a very supportive energy. See, the concern is that when Venus is there in the 2nd house, the lifestyle expenses somehow becomes high. So many people will find it difficult to save money, but the inflow of the money is going to be good. like especially because two benefic planets influencing your two important houses of the income. So especially like like without any much of the struggle and all, things can be done. Like a lot of the financial door and channels can be opened through your like goodwill, word of mouth, by the reference, people in the community and all. So you'll be able to get many things done. So from the finance point of view, the week is very supportive. The thing is that friends, in your case, Mars is not a good planet for you, and Moon's conjunction with Mars and now Sun, which again happened to be a 12th lord. So too much energy is going there in your third house. So that means there will be a lot of the power and the struggle, power related issue, domination, and the way we say, just don't get into debate with people. These days, political debate and those kind of debates sometimes sever the ties even between the close friends as well. So that is what the energy which I'm actually seeing for you, that some sort of very critical, harsh argument, hurting and wounding each other. So just refrain from getting into those kind of situation. Travels around the mid half of the week, travels will be filled with some sort of inconvenience. Like obviously friends, if you're already going through some accidental yoga and all, so like you are in a dasha, like 4th house, 8th house, 3rd house is involved. So car accident, road accident. Again, I'm not a motivational speaker, friends. You are not listening this just for good things. You are listening to this video so that you can be alarmed, you can be well prepared, you can follow the caution. So that is what I'm saying, that especially the mid half of the week, like energy on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is something like that, some discomfort, inconveniences while traveling and all. So in this regard you have to be careful, and the end of the week is going to be very fulfilling, and some sort of auspicious news can be expected because the 4th lord is also well placed in the 11th house. So some auspicious news can be expected at the end of the week, but the mid of the week is slightly aggression, energy, domination prone, and flow of the money will not be a concern this week. Purely based on the astrological alignments, money is not going to be concerned, and many people will get benefited because of the support of the females. And even your spouse, like I forgot to mention that those who are like on a lookout for a matrimonial match, so even the 7th lord is very well placed in the 11th house. So you will be well supported by the partner, by your spouse, by the females. So that support looks like to be very much on the cards this week for the Virgo. Now friends, for the Libra Lagna natives, so friends, a very rewarding week. I'm not seeing any concern, because whenever I'm working on the weekly horoscope and all, obviously I first give attention to my ascendant, my moon sign, and then somehow I give extra attention and care to the Libra, because many Libra are a valuable member of my community, so they participate a lot in the channel. So for the Libra friends, it's going to be a very rewarding week. Moon transiting from the 1st house and then finishing off in the 3rd house, and during its course it will make some very good conjunction as well. Moon conjunct with Venus, Moon conjunct with Mars. In the 2nd house, Chandra Mangal yoga is considered as best. Moon Venus Akarshan, attraction yoga in the 1st house is considered as the best. So overall friends, and even when Moon is going to be transiting from the 3rd house, the 3rd house lord is exalted in the 10th house. So for the career, it's a good news. Those people who are in between job, they can expect a call from the recruiter, from the employer, and even in the matters of the love, romance, relationship, any domestic life related important matters which you have to execute, implement during this week, any land, property related like dealings, considering to buy or purchase a new vehicle. So overall week seems to be supportive. Slight concern friends, because in the 5th house you have the Rahu right now. So and the 5th lord is there in the 6th house. Like Saturn will soon be now preparing itself to come back in the stationary motion, and then from retrograde to be back in the direct motion. So for certain Libra Lagna natives, there might be stress on the account of the well-being or performance of the children. That looks like to be one slight concern which I am seeing for the Libra Lagna natives. And because see, Mercury is retrograde, Mercury is very heavily under the pressure of the Mars in the 2nd house. So in any financial dealings, don't succumb to the pressure. Like this could be the pressure even for your spouse. Like your judgment is saying that this deal does not look like to be very fair, but the partner is very impulsive. Opposite to you, it's the Mars energy, and people around you are putting pressure. So just don't succumb to the pressure. And while speaking, don't let any past hurt, past wounds to get affected in your speech, because it can otherwise spoil and hurt other people. That's all what I can say. But overall, in terms of the material well-being, career success, recognition, relationship, a very rewarding week for the Libra Lagna natives. Now friends, when we talk about the Scorpions, so for the Scorpions, friends, the week will start on a very good note. See, the thing is, on Monday, Tuesday, Moon and Venus conjunction in the 12th house. It might be good for the pilgrimage, for religious, spiritual austerities, and some sort of extravagant lifestyle expenses. But afterwards, friends, because even now Sun, your 10th lord, is also going to be around this week only coming to your first house, getting strengthened over there. So for many Scorpio Lagna natives, this week will create the yoga of the attainment of the position. Like the way, for example, every time there like elections are happening, and these days it has become a common norm, whether it's like the West or even whether it's India, like people get the positions get filled on the basis of the likability, on the basis of the relation. So let's say, for example, if you are a strong contender for any promotion, any important position, portfolio, so stars will support you. Slight vulnerability, guys, because Moon and the Mars getting conjunct in the first house, so that means the head injury and all. So that is one such area, like making you injury prone and all. So if you do a lot of the biking and all, wear a proper like safety gear, wear a proper helmet, that will become very important. And even in terms of some auspicious event in the family, Moon like passing from the like second house, and the second lord is exalted in the 9th house. So because of the support of the luck, divine grace, or ancestral blessing, some auspicious news can be expected in this week as well. So yes friends, that is all what I can say for the Scorpio Lagna natives. No as such vulnerability, it's just the head injury is one area which is making you slightly sensitive, vulnerable. Domestic life is a area of concern. Rahu there in the 4th house, and the dispositor of Rahu is also there in the 5th house, our mind. So domestic life is slightly troublesome. But overall, when we talk about the career point of view, especially the focal point of this week is the career advancement. So focus over there, and some lifestyle expenses, and by the end of the week, some auspicious news in the family life. Your 7th lord is there in the 12th house. So those who are already in relationship, it's going to be a good time, some passionate, lovey-dovey time with your spouse, with your partner. But those who are single and all, your judgment, because Mercury is slightly afflicted right now, so don't be in a rush, in a hurry to commit in a first meeting and all. That's all what I can say. Friends, for the Sagittarius rising natives, so for the Sagittarius natives, friends, in terms of the finances, like people who are freelance, self-employed, people who are in their business, it might be rewarding time. But the for any new alliance, any new partnership, and also the dynamics with your partner can suddenly go very bad, because Mercury is the stress point of this week, and Mercury is there in your 12th house. It is retrograde, it is conjunct with Mars, and Sun is also going to be entering over there, empowering this house more for you. So because Mercury holds some important departments for you, your 7th house of the marriage, 10th house of your career and all. So because of which, much better be in a defensive mode this week. Like even if you feel that everyone in the workplace is rooting against you, you have been held accountable for something which you haven't done, much better swallow the bitter pill, because right now the stars are like this only. So, and again, things can be better if your running dasha is strong, but if your running dasha is also creating problem at workplace, it is also indicating the same, then I would say that do some Raksha Kwach like Narayan Kwach, Shiv Raksha Kwach, Durga Kwach, that will protect you. And just don't get entangled. Like sometimes when time is not favoring us, it's much better to keep your head down and take it, rather than making it things go more worse for you. Apart from that, friends, from this religious point of view, this is a very rewarding week. I do not know, like something is happening with the Sagittarius, lot of the awakening, epiphany, and positive churning is happening for you. Your ascendant lord in the 8th house is responsible for that. Oh my god, in the last few days some of the Sagittarius Lagna, their book they're reading with me, such a deep questions they asked me. Soul, next life, my purpose. So yeah, I realize that why it is happening, why it is coming to their mind, because yeah, Jupiter in the 8th house is doing that. So for the spiritual advancement, a very beneficial time. I will not recommend travel, that too which is slightly sensitive and vulnerable, like, because yeah, some sort of discomfort, inconveniences in the travel can also happen. So overall friends, the highlight is that the flow of the money is going to be intact. And from the spiritual advancement point of view, it's a very good week. But the matters of the career, plotting, backstabbing, and workplace tension, and partner acting very whimsical, very suspicious and all, that is what the energy looks like to be of this week. So tread very carefully. For the Capricorn, so friends, for the Capricorn, it's a very rewarding week. Moon is going to be passing from some very good houses, making some very good conjunction, very favorable conjunction. So this is not the time for the Capricorn Lagna to be in the back foot. This is the time to be in the front foot and take the chance. Just, go to the doors of the employer and ask for work, because you will get it. So yes friends, enhancement of the reputation, especially people who are connected with the government. And let's say for example, right now, any election result came and any filling is happening for important portfolio, important position. These days, all the major appointment happens because of the relations, because of your likability. So right now, stars are supporting you in that regard. So yes, for the enhancement of the prestige, reputation, those who are in between jobs, out of the job, finding work, finding job, it's a very good time. And sudden spike in the income also I am seeing, and the end of the week will also facilitate some sort of travel as well, or change in your residence as well, which will prove out to be very supportive for you. Partners support is going to be there with you, and those who are on a lookout for a matrimonial alliance, marriage, you want to propose to someone, nothing would be better than this week. For the Aquarians, so friends, for the Aquarians, Sun is going to be transiting in your 10th house now. Your 10th house is eternally all empowered right now. Mars there, Mercury there, like your 7th lord, Sun over there. So for the exertion of your authority, doing things, getting things done your way, being considered for some important portfolio, government projects, enhancement of your reputation, stars are very, very supportive for the Aquarius Lagna. Even like lately I've been saying this thing that the partner might act something like this, but now even the partner's support is going to be very much there with you. So marriage and the matrimonial influence will turn out to be extremely supportive for you. If during this time you have to write any competitive exam, stars will support you. You have any important interview scheduled for this week, stars and omens will support you. And see friends, the only slight concern is that see Rahu in the first house. So your own pessimistic or negative thinking, that is what you have to be careful about. Health needs to be slightly monitored. That is one area. Apart from that, your career house and the luck house is very strong. And because of the push and nudge of the luck, many long awaited and slow down things will progress this week. So there's a high possibility of that. So yes friends, I only have good things to say for the Aquarius Lagna natives for this week. Any important purchases connected to the land, property, vehicle you are considering and all, so it's a supportive time for that as well. Mars giving its straight aspect to the 4th house, 4th lord well placed. So it's a very good time for those big important purchases and investments as well. And friends, for the Pisces Lagna natives, so friends, in your case, Moon will start its journey from your 8th house being conjunct with the Venus. Once it will transit to your 9th house, it will also create that Chandramangal Yoga, and then it will end the week in your 10th house. So friends, nothing could be better than that. This is going to be highly spiritual, philosophical kind of week, where because your ascendant lord in itself being exalted in the 5th house is creating that theme. It is churning up that pur punya of yours, your spiritual merits. And Moon with its its transit from the 8th house, first it will get conjunct with the Venus. It generally creates a very strong Akarshan yoga, but even Venus has got that regenerative qualities. It is connected with the the guru of the demons like Shukracharya. So that means it can actually give you in many cases some relief from long-term, chronic or some disease or some problem, conflicting situation you are going through. So this week is creating a like an energy where you will be given the solution. You will have the access to the solution of very long impending problem and all. Then moon will pass from the 9th house. So mid half of the week is also creating a very supportive energy for travel, success in competitive situation, visa, immigration related matters will also proceed in the right direction. And the end of the week, friends, some like good energy of like if you are expecting a job interview, you have to give any performance and all, and that is scheduled for the Friday and all. So stars will support you over there as well. So if I were to summarize, friends, the week is very supportive for the students, any family planning, child planning, any artistic creative work and release of that. It is very good week. Week is very supportive for the religious austerities, for meditation, spirituality, finding deep answers. It is very supportive for that. Slight vulnerability in the matters of some sort of philosophical differences or misunderstanding, like ideological, principled differences with the spouse. Your 7th lord like Mercury is very afflicted right now, so that vulnerability is going to be there. But apart from that, friends, stars are very supportive. House of luck is very empowered. Even the 6th lord will also enter over there and will add more power to it. So that is the only reason I mentioned. Those who have to write any competitive exam, this is the best time for you, which you are running. And some pilgrimage and all will also prove out to be very emotionally, spiritually very rewarding. So that's all what I can say for the Pisces Lagna. The only stress point or weak point is your dynamics and your relationship with the spouse. Over there, Mercury might create a slight misunderstanding, but overall very rewarding week. So yes, friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.